And we're live. We're not Memorex. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Got Crystal, aka Still Sky, and of course got Arnie.
I'm doing okay.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. Just
Hello.
finished making homemade chili.
Give people a chance to get in here before we start going over everything that happened yesterday. Yep, there's Randy. How you doing?
Hey, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Should have Randy, Cool Gamer. I don't know who else will be putting in the chat.
I've got mine turned on.
Okay.
My YouTube.
That's good, Randy. But yeah, Crystal, we were busy yesterday morning. Hey, Susan.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
You know, got up and did all of our normal stuff, and then yeah, I remember you saying that last night. But like I said, yeah, yesterday morning got up, did normal stuff, and then stopped off at the doctor's office all the way to the other doctor, and I said, you know, I was asking them, have y'all got my medical records and all the copies of the x-rays? They go, when did you ask for that? I go, I called and I've gone through the app and everything, asking, saying, hey, I need this stuff. So they only got me the record as far as from May 21st, but they got me all of my x-rays. You know, so noted I had the one from the hospital from the ER visit back on March 16th, but I also had all the x-rays from the orthopedic doctor, the one that did the first surgery. And gave them to the doctor and everything. And I said, you know, hey, I want you to take a look at this and, you know, give me your opinion on it. She said, sure, no problem. And so she went and gave it to one of her associates up front to get them downloaded and everything to where she could look at them. The look on her face when she brought it up, like, oh my God. And the way she was explaining, she was looking at the very first one from the ER visit. Basically, the orthopedic doctor didn't do anything. Did not move that bone fragment or anything. That bone fragment had got rotated from the day one, and they never moved it. So when she wound up seeing it for the first time, it was in the same position. And basically, yeah, where it was at and everything, without them putting it back the way it was never going to heal.
Yeah.
And I said, after seeing, you know, all the different x-rays and everything, would you have done something different? And she goes, yes, she would have pinned it. I said, was that been like the metal rod that goes through the bone and coming protruding through the skin? She goes, yeah. I said, is that what he should have done? And she goes, yeah.
And that is something that he had talked about.
Yep, that's one thing that the doctor had talked about the day of the surgery, or actually beforehand. And he said he won't know until he gets in there. He got in there and he didn't do it. And that presented the problem. And now I've got to live the rest of my life with that. This joint right here, this first one, that's where that bone fragment's at. she had to go in there and fuse that joint and everything where it's never going to bend. So I got to live with the rest of my life with the finger that's going to be totally screwed up because someone not doing their job properly. So right now, I actually been in contact with an attorney, told him what was going on. He's going, I could basically hear the dollar, yeah, that sound going off in his head. And he was thrilled with the fact, oh, I've got x-rays. He said,
Yeah, because that means he doesn't have to go get a court order and all that fun stuff for it.
right. He didn't have to worry about subpoenaing, all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, so now the only thing I got to do is he wants me to get the notes and everything from this doctor. So I already contacted him and everything. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them as far as getting copies of what she has to say about it and the
Yeah.
x-ray that she took.
Yeah.
And then get all that and give that to him, set up a meeting time. Luckily, he's got an office here in town, so he ain't got to go very far. So, doing that, and he was talking about, how much, how much he would get, and it's like right around, I think, a third. He was explaining the fact is, he's going to have to go out there and find a different orthopedic doctor that can look at, everything and see what, basically he's going to take this other orthopedic doctor's advice as far as procedure, as far as what should have been done, and basically compare that to what the first orthopedic doctor did compared to what the second one would have happened to do and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going from there. Because, she was saying that, that bone fragment, it was rotated the whole time. I don't know if I'd be able to do that or not, Randy. Hang on, let me go try and find it. How long ago did you upload it?
All right, it'll be right up front.
I know, I'm going through my...
Ooh, pardon me.
Oh. Hang on, let me go back. Okay, there's that. I can't get a copyright strike because...
it's in chat for him to go ahead and do it.
Right. All right, we're going to get the volume turned up on it.
Oh, no, that's cute.
And,
I don't care what it's doing. It's just cute.
oh, and like the old saying goes, and away we go.
It's alive. It's alive.
Point. Nosedive.
Oh, no. No.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Or kind of like the way Queen would put it. Another one bites dust. Bump, bump, bump. Another one bites dust.
All right. Arnie, I hear you. I hear your phone.
Yeah, he's dinging. He's a ding-a-ling.
Ooh, pardon me. I guess Coke and barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Not that great a combination today.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. That now it's going to be
A waiting game, pretty much.
yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't get a chance to. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it's 9 seconds.
Get nitpicky about somebody else's stuff. Would you stop that?
No,
Yes.
maybe.
Do I have to triple name you?
No.
Okay.
So we got the volume
Yeah.
up. So now we just gotta move over. They look so utterly delicious. Oh, I know. Yeah, those guys are just hoofing it. And I did. I missed a phone. I was gonna say I did miss the phone call yesterday, and I called them back today. I'm still waiting to hear back from them now. I guess we're gonna play phone tag.
Yay. Dr. Boykos?
Well, no, I got to hear back from the therapy lady. And as far as getting an appointment to get in there, for them to start working with the hand now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that this therapy can do something. Hopefully, maybe they're a little bit different approach on the hand compared to the other one. To get my hand back, so I can start gripping things again.
Yeah.
So, because I definitely don't want to have to go through the rest of my life with my hand like this. With it, yes, I can grip stuff and everything right now, but it's not. I don't have a firm grip. I cannot. I mean, right now, I'm still have to use my left hand for this. Because I can't.
Yeah, that'll take a while because you gotta exercise your hand.
I mean, I don't have the strength. I don't even have the strength to do that. And all I'm trying to do is that.
Yeah.
That's what's really bad. I can't even use my right hand to, do the lighter.
And that's a bear when we're driving.
Yeah, because I have to use my left hand. I mean, there are some things I can do with the right hand. I just don't have grip in it for anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if he's passenger, but now that the doctor has cleared him to drive again, I get to go back to being a passenger princess.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally freely admit it. I was a passenger princess and I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, like I said, I have to see what therapy has to say, what procedures they want to deal with. I know what I had to go through on my left hand when I cut the 2 tendons on that. Totally different compared to what this one had me doing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they didn't want to listen to me talking about the pain and everything I was in, especially at that joint. All right. Like I said, that's why I went to a different doctor. So, depends about how long it's going to take for me to get all the documentation and everything from Dr. Boyko so I can get it to this attorney and get in with him. I get then, he already seemed like, yeah, this seems like a good case and everything.
Yeah, it won't take too long with Dr. Boyko because she was not too happy about what she saw.
Yeah.
So,
She was you could definitely see it in her face that she was definitely not, happy. Because, I mean, she saw basically the first x-ray was showing the same thing all the way through. It was, nothing changed really. And that was the whole problem. She goes, yeah, what they've got, what's on the inside right here, that's actually the outside.
yeah.
Oh. So you're trying to cut too much at one time. Yeah, that would definitely do it also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to pour straight gasoline down the throat of the carburetor. Yeah,
It'll work, but you're going to be stupid about it.
and it's going to bog that engine down. Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, that's what's going on with the hand, going on with the doctor. I have not been in contact yet with Burroughs because I want to deal with the therapy and the doctor and everything. That does happen at times, Randy. Yeah.
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 It's not a major thing. It's just a pain in the patootsky.
Right. And that's one main reason why I like the mowers that I've got. I got the one lever, and it's at the very right rear, and that one adjustment does all of them, all four of them. Right now, I just leave it on the highest setting.
Yeah.
Here to cut. That way, it doesn't want to bog down as easily. But yeah, like I said, I've got to deal with this doctor, and of course, got to go back in 2 weeks. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I've got on both of mine. Of course, both mine are battery operated, so I don't know if they're doing that on the gas powered ones or not. I haven't gone out to look because I haven't had a need to. But like I said, it's just the fact that got to deal with all this other. I do know that today we got a couple of things done here at the house. A couple of things that need to get done that we haven't been able to because I haven't had use of the hand. It's been in that what I call the boxing mitt and everything. The lights in the dining / craft room, both those bulbs had to get changed out. Which I know I still got to get the little step ladder taken out, put it back out in the other garage.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is the light switch. It turns on the front porch light. That decided to go, screw you, I ain't working here anymore. I quit. So yesterday, coming back from the doctor, stopped off and got got the electrical outlet and a few other things, and got that light switch taken care of today.
Yeah, because now you have to find a place for that dome.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't put the dome back up because don't know if it's the fact that the reflective insulation that's up there, if that might be what's creating a problem, along with having that dome and everything up there, keeping all the heat and everything in, and that what might be causing those LED lights to go out. They're a name brand. They're GE light bulbs.
You're better off taking that reflective insulation out.
Maybe, but I just UP, how you doing?
Hi.
But that's the main reason why I left that. But like I said, that's why I left that glass dome and everything off there. That way the heat doesn't stay in there; it can get out. There's Cool Gamer. I was wondering when he was going to show up. But yeah, UP. Hey, as you can tell, I got the boxing mitt off my hand. Unfortunately, now the doctor that did this surgery, she's not, as they say, she's not a happy camper with the other doctor.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not also a happy camper with the other doctor, but
yeah,
my opinion don't count because it's not medical.
Yeah. Randy, that means you had something wired up wrong.
Yeah. That good thing it was only a dream, dear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey.
Yep, Mountain Dew would win.
Hey, from what when I went, slicing the back of my hand, it wound up, going through the bone right here at this joint. He took an X-ray of it. It was like the very next day, and he was, got the surgery scheduled and everything for Thursday, the 20th of March. And he was saying that, it's got two options: either leave the bone in there and let it fuse naturally, or have a wire and everything going through the skin, through the bone, hold it in place and let it fuse that way. He decided to just let it fuse naturally. And it's like I kept having the problems, kept having my hands swelling up. It was not wanting to go away. Kept hurting. I mean, I was going through pain relievers all up real quick.
Yeah, my stock was going low.
Not only my prescription pain relievers, but yeah, the 800 milligram ibuprofen, I'm taking like 2 of them at a time. And that was barely cutting it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when I'm going through the therapy, then bending the fingers and everything, hands staying swollen up. Then it started getting into where I was nobody home, you can't come in. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. But anyways, he never did get that bone fragment rotated the way it should have been. And when I went going to this new orthopedic doctor, I said within 2 seconds, she knew right then and there, oh yeah, that bone fragment's rotated. Yeah, it was always rotated. That's what the whole damn problem was. It was never put back in the first place where it should have been. Randy, first movie comes to my mind with that song, Christine.
Good Lord.
Hey, that's when the car was. No, that's when she was at Darnell's, and he saw the car coming back and everything.
Oh.
Oh, not Darnell, but that's when the other guys came in and decided to start attacking it, and they opened up the door, and yeah, that's when the song started playing.
Ugh.
Oh, so Luke heard Arnie knocking her. Okay.
Yep. I know Scout heard her, but she heard him, but she's like, oh, I don't care.
Like, oh, screw it. I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm putting the chili away.
But yeah, and like I said, it's now the one thing that attorney did say,
Yeah.
it could be a year to year and a half by the time it's all settled. And saying that basically there's a cap amount as far as what can be gone after as far as through the doctor, but then there's the other damages as far as loss of pay, lost a job. So they got to figure out, okay, how much you making right now? It's like, okay, you got to start figuring years that I'm not going to be working because of this problem. And they was also going about as far as what things I physically can't do because of this. With all this is happening. So I've got to, be able to keep track of what everything's like. Been very difficult to be able to, put my jeans on. I couldn't, couldn't lace up my boots. Hard to open up a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Do any kind of cooking where it takes two hands to do stuff. Kind of hard to sit there and hold the pan with one hand and hold the spatula or whatever, the spoon or whatever, in the other hand to mix everything. Get out there and mow the grass.
Oops, sorry, Randy. But I was cleaning out a dish, though. Put the chili in.
I do the same thing, but I don't have to clean up any pans tonight.
Well, and it's also the fact is, hey, I've got stuff here I need to get done, and I can't do it because, hey, can't really operate the miter saw, can't operate the table saw, or nail gun, or anything like that, really. I can do small, very, very small stuff, as long as it's not real big, complicated, it don't take that much.
Yeah, tomorrow you need to hit the lawn or the washer.
Yeah, and I got to try and get the get started back again on the washing machine. I got to get the damn yard done. I may try and see about getting the yard done maybe tonight, at least in front of the house. That won't take very long to get done. If I can get that part done, then I can get started on the rest of it tomorrow morning. So, but like I said, see what therapy, the people do the therapy, see what they have to say, and then go from there. Maybe in a month I can get back to work. I don't know.
I hope.
It depends. It just depends upon if they still got the opening. They could have already gotten it filled. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah.
But it's, just the fact that, because of what the other doctor wound up not doing the way he should have, it's kept me from being able to go back to work. I missed, all the way up until May 22nd or May 21st. That was the last day I went saw the doctor. 22nd, I was back at work. That was Thursday. I worked Thursday and Friday, and then with the way the hand and everything was,
Yep.
I couldn't even pull it in a full week. And then I was having the fever, waking up a hot sweat or cold sweats and everything, and hands still wanting to be swollen, and then having the viral and bacterial infection going on, white blood cell count up. Bless you. So, I mean, like I said,
Yeah, and as much as I love him, I was being highly unsympathetic.
Yeah.
But it was me being flat out, me being a bitch was motivating him to get out of the house.
Randy, I would say no, it's not because it's so powerful. It's the fact he probably had the string out too damn far, and
Yeah.
skirting, depending upon how many years it's been sitting there, the UV rays and everything made it very brittle.
Even after a year, skirting is very brittle.
Yep, it starts getting brittle. So anything hitting it, it's gonna break it. I don't care if he's gotten out there with the heart. He could have gotten out there with the Bauer. Could have got out there with the Cobalt. Could have got Milwaukee.
He could have got out there with a pair of scissors if he bumped the skirting just right doing that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what it was. I mean, if that trailer's been there for 5 years, yeah, that skirting, it's already been subject to all the UV rays and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I've had a plastic jug sitting out in the backyard for 3 months, and it's already crumbling.
And after a while, if it's plastic, it dries up.
Yeah, well, that's the UV rays attacking it. But yeah, I mean, it don't matter which one he's out there using, they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And you want one of those weed eaters that's powerful. You don't want one out there that's going to go, oh, hi. You want one out there that's going, you definitely want one out there that's got the power to be able to cut through that grass and weeds.
Yeah, it was brittle to begin with, so the skirting's older. I was told that every 5 to 10 years you need to go in and change it just because of that.
Yeah.
And depending on the quality you get, you may have to replace it sooner than that.
I mean, now, the way they build things nowadays, they're making them more and more, they're making them better than what they were.
Well, see, they're telling me I was told that back in the 80s.
See, and yeah, the technology has totally changed with, mobile homes today.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a mobile home built now compared to back in the 80s, big time difference.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, like I say, you look at one, say, from the 70s or 80s, and you go, oh, talk about ultimate trailer trash. Then you get one now, and it's like, oh, this is a nice house. They do not look like their mobile home from the inside.
Yep.
That sounds like an outfeed on it is not set right, or it's just the way he's got it strung up. Because it should not be letting string out, except when you're bumping it. Because you got that little button up underneath. Every time you hit it, it allows that thing to spin inside and allow more string to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a mess up on it. He either needs to take it and exchange it or get it adjusted.
Yeah.
I just exchange it.
Well, I mean, mine's auto feed. The Cobalt that I've got, it's an auto feed. But I still have to, press down for it to have the thing to actually feed everything, because it's got them cogs and everything inside there that it'll automatically go a certain amount and then stop.
Yeah.
Now, it could also be the fact he's not putting the correct
Size.
correct size in there, because there are different sizes as far as the spool and everything. I know that my Cobalt, it takes was it 080, and
Don't ask me.
I think it's 080, but you got them up to a 0.120. And I do know that I've got some 095 that I tried using it because it's a better string.
Nope.
I cannot put the, shut up, Ed. I can't put 10 feet of that in there because it's so much thicker. But then if I went, I think there's an 060. I'm not 100% certain on that. You can actually put more, probably 14, 16 feet. But it's a lot thinner, so it's going to spit out a lot more.
Yeah, it's like with my neighbor, they bought the right spool for their trimmer for the brand of it. Turned out to be it was the wrong spool for it, so I had to take the string off and put it on the old spool.
Yep. And see, and that's the whole thing behind all that is that talking about mass production, man-made, and there's going to be problems with it. I don't care, how much it costs. If it's bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One more time.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Usually for you, it's in threes.
I'm lately getting 3 pairs. I'll sneeze twice, wait a couple of minutes, sneeze twice, wait a couple of minutes. Ugh.
Oh, you're getting a 6-pack out of it, huh? But yeah, that's the whole thing. Is back to, like I said, they're being mass produced. There's flaws in them. You can't stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Yeah, okay. So you're trying to put a Black & Decker on a Craftsman.
Yeah. Now that definitely is going to make you go.
Right. That's trying to put a small block Chevy water pump on a Ford 302. They're both water pumps. Are they the same? No. You might be able to get them to fit. Are they going to work? Maybe. They're going to leak? Possibly.
Yeah.
That's why, they always say, if you got Black & Decker, buy it from Black & Decker. Do not don't get Ryobi.
No.
Yeah.
You get one brand and stick with it. That's all there
Well-
is. That's the best thing to do.
Well, it's not, stick with that one brand. It's like just make sure you're getting the correct parts for that brand. Not just go, okay, here's something, Now, unless you want to get now like on my, the 80 volt mower, okay? I did not get cobalt batteries for it. Yes, I got they say the cheap Chinese knockoff, but they're designed for that. I mean, found knockoff 40 volt batteries. Would it work on there? No, because it's 40 volt, 80 volt. Yep. Hey, Randy, I wound up buying that adapter to be able to allow me to run my Cobalt 24 volt batteries with that this Black & Decker air compressor. That didn't work.
Nope.
Didn't work. I had to send it back. Got my refund on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which reminds me, I need to check something.
No.
Because I was supposed to be getting a $16 refund.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like you got to make sure you're buying the correct parts.
Yeah.
And do not just because they say it will fit. They can say it fits, but that don't mean everything. It don't mean it will for sure.
Okay, that's how come it's short.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the whole thing about. I mean, you can't put it's like trying to put a John Deere oil filter on a snapper. I mean,
I have no problem laughing in your face when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the fact is it going to be the same filter? They might be similar, but one is just a hair off. That's all it takes.
And sometimes it's a millimeter, sometimes it's a full centimeter.
Yep.
Sometimes it's somebody just sneezed when they set the machine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's all it takes. I mean, it's just off just a little bit. Matter of fact, one of the channels I wound up watching, trying to remember, it's Dave's Automotive Repair, something like that. But it's a guy that's out there in Utah, Centerville, Utah. And I mean, always talking about all the different vehicles that come in. I mean, guy's been doing this for a long time. Now, is he cheap? No. Does he work on the high-end stuff? Yeah, very high-end. We're talking, to me, what I consider high-end, I'm talking about $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 vehicles and up. Okay?
Mama got money.
Yeah, some of these vehicles come in there and say, yeah, and when they're dropping $15,000, $20,000 to get a new engine, no, that's enough for me to get about 2 cars. I can go get a couple of used cars, that kind of money. But it's a fact that he was showing a Chevy engine that the casting on it, it was way off. from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was for a diesel engine, and you could see how the thickness of the steel liner, and it was aluminum block, okay? So I had to put a steel liner in it. You could see the difference between the very top and the very bottom, how much thinner the bottom of the liner was. So if you went to go and bore that, that liner and everything out, you're not going to leave much at one end, but you're going to have plenty on the other.
Yeah.
He was talking about front timing chain covers, that there was a problem with some. And it's off just a little bit from the factory.
Yeah. It's I had a problem with a water pump on a Ford Taurus, and I was going to the dealership to make a payment. I grabbed the bottle of water out of the car to put in it because it was going to the shop the next day. It was going back in the shop. And I got like half a dozen salesmen out there. Oh, well, this could be wrong. This could be wrong. This could be wrong. Get this one 20-something-year-old kid. I'm talking fresh meat when it comes to being a salesman. And he's like, well, it's a new part. I had to school him on the fact that parts come from the factory screwed up.
Yep.
And I had all the old guys, the older ones in their 40s and 50s, just sitting there. They weren't even trying to hide it. They were like, yep, nope, you're getting schooled by a customer, dude.
And what made it really worse, a female.
Yep.
Not only is it a customer, but it's a female customer.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
I went back a couple weeks later to make another payment. The older gentleman that had happened to be standing on my left when I did all this, he was like, that was me. And I was like, what was me? And he's like, you told him, that. I was like, no, honey, that's not mean. He needed to learn stuff. And if a poor little, sorry, poor little woman who doesn't know anything about cars had to tell him, then guess what? He needs to find another job.
Yep.
And I heard some of the guys in the background just fall over laughing.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, you're going to have defects from the factory. I don't care what factory it is. All right, Randy, have a good night. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, Randy.
But like I said, and that's something else I gotta keep track of for me as far as what all I'm able to do and what I can't do now physically. Oh, and that's one thing I have a hard time doing. Writing things down because I'm right-handed. Can't hold a pen the correct way. I can't even really, I can't use the mouse for the computer the way it should be. As far hell, even carrying things in, either from inside the house out here or from out here back into the house? Nope. It's just everything that I've done. You know, things that would be normal for everybody else, as far as for me, And if you don't know how difficult it can be, wrap up, whatever your dominant hand is, wrap that up and try doing stuff without using it.
No, I've done that. I've sprained my wrist. No.
I've
but
done that
I know,
too.
bro. I'm not talking about for a week. I'm talking about try doing that for a month.
Try doing that and changing a diaper.
Yeah, was it easy?
No. I literally was putting my entire wrist on the kid.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, until you lost the function of your dominant hand, you don't realize what it's like. I mean, try opening up a bag of potato chips where you got to sit there and grab and open like that, and you can't grab and pull. Or it's like the prescription bottles. You get them from the pharmacy, and they're child-proof. They're also adult-proof, where you can't open them if you got a situation like what I've had.
I firmly believe that medicine bottles are no longer childproof. They are firmly adult-proof.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was up there in Wisconsin that a few days ago. Did y'all hear about the mass stabbing?
Mm-mm.
I didn't hear
It's like,
about it.
huh?
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, there was some guy went on a rampage with a knife, started stabbing people. Oh, it was kind of funny. The fact is that he got stopped by someone carrying a gun.
In a Walmart.
I think so.
Then if that would have been in Traverse City, Michigan.
Okay. Well, I knew it was somewhere up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh, yeah. So someone decided to bring a gun to a knife fight. Yeah, who won?
Yeah, it happened.
The Marine. Yeah, it said that there was a Marine that stopped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I said, they're always talking about, how we got to have, all this stuff dealing with the gun. Okay. So now this happened with a guy carrying a knife. So now we got to have stricter knife regulations.
Yeah, no, they're gonna laugh in your face at that on that one.
Oh, I tell you, one of them that I wound up watching. It's been out for a while. You know who? Was it? I forget what Kennedy is still there in Congress right now.
Robert.
Okay. He was actually talking to someone in some Senate hearing and everything. And they were talking about deaths and everything, and saying that, oh, we have, like 200,000 people died because of gun deaths, but yet we have 700,000 people die a year due to heart disease. That means we got to start regulating fast food, because isn't it fast food that helps contribute to heart disease?
That's what they're saying. They're also trying because some fast food restaurants will take food stamps for salads and sodas and stuff like that for the cold food. You cannot buy hot food there.
Yeah.
Because food stamps will not allow you to buy hot food.
Right. But no, the way he was putting it was, so because so many, all these hundreds of thousands of people dying each year to heart disease, that means we got to start regulating fast food. All the fatty fast foods that are out there. Hey, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, I can consider the fact that that's not really swollen. It's a fact. I mean, it is some, but it's also the fact that it's only been what?
Yesterday?
Yeah, 20. It's only not even been 3 weeks since surgery. Now, tomorrow would actually make 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's only been free from the boxing mitt for a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I did have that doctor laughing big time yesterday.
She was having, yeah, he had her laughing so bad she almost cut him.
I
was like, go ahead.
Well, it's like, damn. I mean, all that hard work she went through to put this thing on, now she's going to cut it to take, and tear it up just to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I'm trying to ask her a question, and Crystal talking and everything. I said, well, you hush because you're making me lose my train of constipation. And that's, the doctor just lost it.
Yep. I said, as long as he doesn't get physically constipated, we're good.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I had the doctor, laughing big time yesterday. But, yeah, Robert, you're going to have to go back and watch at the beginning because I was talking about everything that got screwed up. And right now I'm in talks with an attorney, possibly going for medical malpractice. But like I said yesterday, like that doctor, she was. And I tell you, now I will admit that the first time I went up seeing her, I made a remark, and later that day or the day after, it's like I was thinking, it's like, oh damn, I shouldn't have said that. And anyway, saw her at the hospital and everything. And I tried to call her. She didn't remember. Yesterday, I was like, I was, trying to say it again. She goes, I don't remember. Okay. Crystal actually asked me, and I went up telling her last night. She goes, oh.
Yeah.
Crystal understood what, why I was, trying to apologize.
Yeah, because you just being normal idiot, open mouth, insert foot. Only this time you went all the way and started kissing your own butt.
Yeah. But that's one thing I like about the doctor. She doesn't, doesn't bother her. And, I mean, we were even talking about, getting a hold of an attorney. And I was like, hey, I'm not holding it against you. It's just the fact, someone else in the profession screwed up. And, hey, I'm going to need, your help for this.
Yeah, and she's like, I flat out told her, she was reluctant. I said, I know as a doctor you don't want to be the snitch, but when it comes down to it, sometimes you have to be.
Yeah.
Like my daughter gave me an example, told me something that happened to her. I told her, every once in a while, yeah, you got to be that caring. Now, is it fun and enjoyable? No,
No.
not on our end, not for us.
Right.
So, but it does every once in a while. It is warranted, just because you have people that are that big an idiot.
Yep. So, like I said, I really don't want to, but because everything's happened, I mean, not only is she going to be getting drug in on this, but another orthopedic doctor will be getting drug in on this also. How it goes from there, I don't know. Because I know there's going to be, punitive, and then, medical, and then punitive damages, dealing with the fact, loss of work and everything. So it's two different figures and amounts they're going to be, trying to go after.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, can they add my pain and can they add my pain and suffering into this because of what I had to deal with? He's like, well,
Well, we'll have to see what the attorney has to say.
yeah, Mater telling me to hush don't work. He's done effed up too many times.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Huh. I've never been on my back.
Okay, guys, you may lose Mater. No, but now that he has two hands free, he can actually do his own dishes instead of having me do them. Which, yeah, bring my Tupperware back in.
What Tupperware? Oh, I've only got one piece out here.
Yeah, get that one back in.
All right. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be, according to this attorney, it's going to be probably about a year and a half. By the time it all be settled and everything, by the time it goes through the court system and everything, have to deal with that. And then, of course, they're, the other doctor's insurance is going to say, well, it's like, how about we settle for X amount? And I already know for a fact, it's like, you don't ever want to settle for the first amount.
Oh, no, you always settle. You don't settle for the first. You settle for the highest you can possibly get,
right,
as close to the original figure.
And if not more.
Yeah.
And it's like that could be, what's determined by court system.
Yep.
Because I do know that there was, watch all, the different audit videos and all this other stuff. And this one guy, he wound up suing for false imprisonment. I forget what else, and it wound up costing the city, I think, something like $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
Because cops that don't know what the law is. Yeah, and the men weren't even there. know if they still do that or not.
It's something else. It's not Tupperware.
Well, I know
No, men were not allowed because, I'll be honest, some of those were nothing but excuses to be drinking. My grandma told me, yeah, we had Tupperware parties all the time. With BYOB, or BYOL, bring your own liquor. And, Grandpa had no problem taking her. Because she did not drive.
Yeah.
At all. He did not allow her to drive. So by the time he passed, she was 70. So she just never learned.
Is Tupperware even still around?
Actually, they have started coming back with it, and I can go to Walmart and buy it.
Really?
Yep. Go to Walmart.com and look it up.
Oh, I know for a fact that was the, if you wanted food storage of any kind, you got Tupperware. It didn't matter what it was.
Yeah, I got Tupperware in the cabinet, but it's the older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the older, matter of fact, we've got some of the yellow, and I know we got some of the brown.
Yeah.
And then I know that we got one, I don't know, was it like about a 2-gallon Tupperware container that baby girl would actually want to sit on top of to eat food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah, we used to have a big, huge green Tupperware bowl. I don't know what happened to it.
That was the storage bowl, the popcorn bowl, and if you were sick, it was the vomit bowl.
Yep. And I do know that up in the cabinet still, we still actually do have the Tupperware salt and pepper shaker, the real tall ones. We still have those. I do know that one thing that came with us from Houston was some drinking glasses, multicolored aluminum. Each one was a different color, but they're aluminum. Hey, Mr. Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Well, the cup that we're using for the cat food, isn't that Tupperware also?
No, I don't think it is.
I think it is. Hey, there's the other Robert.
Hi.
Bill, right now, the doctor, she want taken her all the X-rays that were taken, and when she took a look at him, she goes, "Oh boy." There's Lydia. How you doing?
Hey, Lydia.
Hi, Lydia.
But it's a fact that that bone fragment has always been rotated. It was never fixed to begin with. And no matter what therapy and everything, it was not going to ever heal properly.
Nope.
And the fact is that the other orthopedic doctor should have done the surgery different.
Sorry, Robert. I just now caught that. And you have to make sure on which Pyrex it is. If it's the Pyrex with the capital P, it's good. If it's the all lowercase Pyrex, it's the new formula. It's not as good.
Yeah, we got the good formula ones.
Yeah, and I have a tote box in his mom's room because that's the only place I could find to put it, full of both old and new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few Pyrex pieces, the older ones.
Yeah, we've got 2 casserole dishes. He's like, get that brown stuff out. I was like, you mean the amber glass Pyrex? Amber glass? He goes, yeah, whatever that is.
Hey, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Theory.
But yeah, it's,
Aha.
yeah, Pyrex has some good stuff there.
Yeah, even the newer stuff is good. It's just not as good.
Well,
Woo.
Lydia, right now I've got the boxing mitt off. So as you know, as you can tell, that's it. As far as bending the fingers for right now, I've got to go to the therapist that this doctor is recommending, which I've got to get that all set up to go to. But yeah, I mean, I can bend it, but it's still my hand's not going to ever be the same because all the damage, everything she had literally had to fuse this joint together, where it's always going to be like that. It will not bend right here at this first joint. I can bend it here. I can bend here, and that's it. Of course, one thing that she was saying is do not, use it, to pick, start picking things up, heavy things up with. So, and of course, like I said, in talks with an attorney to go after the other orthopedic doctor. Like I said, she saw that first X-ray from the ER that night, and it's basically nothing was ever done. During the surgery, didn't put that bone fragment back the way it should have been. If he'd done the surgery, I mean, she admitted after seeing everything, she goes, yeah, she would definitely have done it different. She would have pinned that bone fragment and everything.
And that's something that he had talked about was pinning it.
Right. And did not do. So, but yeah, my right hand, it's never going to be the same again. I mean, my left hand, yeah, I mean, I've got more function with it since I had my surgery on that. But, I mean, is it 100%? No, it's I've got about 97% use of it. And of course, I look down at my hand. First thing I think of is the replacements with Keanu Reeves. I think of that movie.
Now, that was one of the first football movies I watched that I actually liked.
Yeah. And it's the only reason I think of that movie is because that one speech is like, hey, chicks dig scars. I can do it left-handed. I can show you the birdie left-handed, but right-handed, no. That's about the closest you're going to get left-handed or right-handed.
What you doing, Layla?
Misbehaving like normal.
Now, Robert, give me about a month or so after starting with therapy. You'll see more of the birdie.
Yeah, you heard a noise in the living room. It sounded like she jumped in the recliner.
Yeah. Now, one thing that the doctor did say when I was at the hospital getting ready for the surgery on the 10th, I asked her about the middle finger. Because right now, as you can tell, that's as far as up as I can ever bend it. Okay, I can't bend it up any more than that. But it's the fact that she was going, if therapy can't fix it, then you're gonna have to go back in and have another surgery to get that all straightened out.
Yeah. Cortisone.
Yeah.
And that is that's a double-edged sword because it is addictive.
Yep.
And also it is hiding symptoms.
Yeah, it's a Band-Aid. It does not fix the problem. That's the whole thing about the cortisone shot. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a temporary fix. It's something that doesn't solve the problem, and that's the only bad part.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Hey, Woody.
Yeah, actually, we have a Corningware coffee cup.
Yep.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, with me, I have a few Corningware pieces. Got like a shallow pan, a deep pan, and then a smaller one.
Yep. Yeah, Woody, you missed everything so far. Looks like everything going on with my hand. I'm in talks with an attorney. Because what the doctor saw yesterday in the x-rays, let's just say, I thought she was about to start talking Russian. She was not a happy camper.
No.
Yeah. You could see it. I mean, you could definitely see it in her face. Brought it up.
Oh, one thing about those of you that are connected with me on Facebook, Wendy is not a rescue. Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
What happened was years ago, we moved from north side of Oklahoma City to south side. Scout is a true rescue because she was literally kicked out of the car and we started taking care of her. When we moved, it was winter. Later that summer, we started getting rats and mice because we were near a field. So we started getting those. One of the neighbors had a cat, Wendy. And we were given Wendy. She was an indoor-outdoor cat. And she had no problem. The only difference between her and a normal cat, she was missing half an ear from a bee sting. We had her for years. My daughter moved to college. Wendy went with her. She moved in with the boyfriend, moved in with the boyfriend's mom, and all the back and forth. Wendy went with her.
Yeah.
Well, this last time they moved, they went from house to apartment, and Wendy could not come just simply because of the apartment rules on animal occupancy. So his mother does not care for my daughter. And by extension, she does not care for my daughter's animals. Now, will she deliberately go out and hurt them? No. But she made Wendy from an indoor-outdoor cat that had been turned into an indoor cat into a strictly outdoor cat. So now she's having to readjust to being an indoor cat. We knew that when my daughter brought her back from mother-in-law's, that was temporary, that she was coming down here. She was not a rescue. She was purposely being rehomed down here. Now,
All right,
somebody's not too happy about it, but I don't care.
now, as far as with Jane, I know she was over at someone else's channel earlier. But no, Jane, back in March, I don't know if you got a chance to see the video, but back March 13th, I'd gone in for carpal tunnel surgery and had hernia surgery scheduled for the 24th of March. Well, had a biker benefit coming up on April the 6th, was trying to get something made. I got in the garage Sunday evening and I still had my hand wrapped up in the bandage and everything from the carpal tunnel. Saw blade caught the wrap and everything, sucked my hand straight up into the blade. And I don't know how good the scar is showing, but from down there all the way up, cut the slice of the tendon on the middle finger and right through that joint at the on the index. So I've actually back on the 10th of this month had to go back in for another surgery by a different doctor. So right now that's about all I can do with the hand and everything. And it's my right hand and I'm right-handed. And yeah, Robert, I've heard about people doing that. Where they have to take the big toe and put it in the same spot as the thumb. But yeah, like I said, Jane, Jane was on a different stream earlier. So like I said, I don't know if she got a chance to see the video, and I didn't get a chance to explain everything that happened. Got about another 37 and a half minutes. I'm going to my normal, my normal 2 hours. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I'm going to have to be getting a hold of an attorney. All right, no problem. So, yeah, unfortunately, like I said, this is, with everything going on with the hand, it's cost me the job I had for over a year. That took me a year and a half to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's on the bad part. I'm having health issues with digestive tract. Lost that job of almost 9 years.
I believe that's what you told me.
And then wound up, they took over a year and a half before finding the job I got. And I had to wait a year to be able to go on FMLA to take care of the hernia and carpal tunnel. All right, no big deal. I would have been back at the beginning of May. Yeah, I got too impatient, slides back in my hand. Yeah, that screwed up everything else. Now I'm paying for it. So right now I need to be able to get with, the hernia's fine. I don't have any problems. I mean, that's, I did exactly like what the doctor said. He said, take it easy. Don't lift anything over 10 pounds and you'll be fine. And when going back in, he looked and it's like, yeah, everything looks good.
Then he gets in the car and calls him and says, "What happened to the hand?"
No, that was, you talking about when we went and saw my general doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. The doctor did this hernia surgery is in the same office building is my mom's doctor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that went well. The carpal tunnel, yeah, that went fine. It's everything else I've been having to deal with. Dealing with, the slicing of the back of the hand. Because I got so much stuff here I want to try and get done. It's like, no. And of course, yeah, I've been kind of banned from spinning sharp blades.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've done a little bit, but I've been very, very, very careful. That's why some of the stuff I was getting done was all done before the 10th of July. That's when at least, that was before I had the second surgery on the back of the hand. So, and like I said, I'm hoping she's trying to.
Oh,
Extra eye, and I got my finger on the trigger.
Sometimes it ain't working.
Nope.
Of course, no, I've not been really doing anything out here in the garage. I got stuff I want to get made. I've got the ideas and was like, okay, I need to do this. And I finally figured out how to be able to get my new miter saw station and everything built. Yeah, she does. And she's not the only one. Because I don't want to have to go through all this crap again. I don't want to make it any worse than what I've got now.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Man, mosquito, leave me alone, little bloodsucker. I know it tastes good, but you can leave me alone. Yes, Chris and I are standing next to each other. They come after me. They leave her alone.
Yeah,
I
moment
wanted-
I know that they're after me.
Yeah. When is he not, Bill? But, like I said, coming back from the doctor yesterday, stopped off and got some of the electrical stuff I needed for the house. Got the light switch to be able to turn the front porch light on. We got that done today, and got the light bulbs replaced in the craft room, dining room.
Yeah, he looked at that. I went to the bathroom while he was up on the ladder, came back in the bedroom, and it's like, oh, bright light.
So got that working. I was saying we got the front porch light that's working now. It's just that switch had gone bad, and I even took it out to the other garage with my test meter and everything. It's like, yeah, this thing's dead. What exactly it was that caused it to go out, I don't know, but it's shot. And I think it was one of those El Cheapos I got from Home Depot, or it might have been one I got from Walmart. I don't know.
Contacts probably carboned up. That'll cause it not to work.
Yeah, something inside of it. We had the same thing happen there in the dining craft room. Went to go turn the light on, nothing. Check, it was like, okay, it was probably a bulb out. So change bulb, nope, same thing. Trace it all the way back. It was the damn light switch had gone out. Oh, Bill, tell you what, on your way there, swing by here and pick me up. I wouldn't mind going and looking at that. I know there was one video I saw the other day.
That sounds interesting, Bill.
Yeah. Basically what someone had done was they took like an old abandoned mall, and inside the whole thing was nothing but a model train layout.
Where's that
That I don't remember. But all I know is that, yeah, it's like the whole, like I said, it looked like the entire inside of a two-story mall. And you go through it, it's like you looked in these doors over here, it's like you had the Winter Wonderland style, and they had them all the different gauges and everything. And I do know that over there in Fort Worth, they got a I think it's like what, $10 per person to go for the ride, and it's like an hour ride. I showed it to Crystal. Anyways, it's a miniature steam locomotive. But when I say miniature, I'm talking about, yeah, you look, instead of being in the car, you sit on the car. And those seem like they'd be fun to go on. And they got, like I said, they got one over in Fort Worth. Yeah, someone had some fun money. Yeah. I know that, I'm trying to remember where it's at. There was an amusement, very small amusement park. I'm trying to remember where it was at. I know it's out east of Dallas, going out toward Canton. Anyways, this was years ago with ex-girlfriend. She wanted to meet up with her daughter and her grandkids out there. All right, fine, we'll go. They actually had one of those little trains you could ride around on. Yeah, I went on it. It was fun. I didn't mind. But they had like little roller coasters and everything. It's like, okay. I was bored. Hell, I went on it. More set up for kids than it was adults, but hey, I was bored.
It's like the zoo here. It has a train that goes all the way around. It's not an actual train that you see every day, but on a smaller scale, though.
Right. Now, at Six Flags, in Arlington, they have a full-size train there. It was one that was original coal burner, but they converted it over to be an oil burner. But all the cars and everything, you actually do sit inside, and you got the canopy and everything on top of you. But they got it where it runs around the entire amusement park. Every time I've gone, it's like, okay, I'm getting on the train. It's just something about the sound of a steam locomotive that just something I like.
Okay. There is Jefferson, Texas. They have a 3-mile narrated ride with an alligator feeding stop. Okay.
Who can we take along to dump in there?
My list is too long, but I have to go to Oklahoma to get 90% of them.
I know my list probably about as long as yours, but most of them are here locally.
I wouldn't mind sharing ramen, but that one word right there said no.
Because in fact, that's what it's going to be tomorrow.
See, now there's one I wouldn't mind taking. It's the Heartland Flyer, but we have to go to Fort Worth, and it takes us to Oklahoma City, and then we just basically spend the day downtown. We'd have to spend the night, and then come back the next day.
Well, like I said, for me, I'd like to go on the Tarantula. That's the one I'd like to go on. And that's over there in Fort Worth also.
Yeah.
But that's the steam locomotive. But like I said, they've got one that's over in Fort Worth. It's like quarter scale, I think. I know I've seen
those around the Oklahoma City Zoo and stuff. It's just the front is designed as a train instead of a tram car.
right. Oh, that's why I want to. It's all one of the reels and everything.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I've got him hooked. Doom scrolling on Facebook Reels instead of TikTok.
Hey, none of the reels on Facebook, but the shorts and everything on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Back in a bit.
All right. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, this is the train at the county zoo.
Okay. Yeah, well, see, that one right there, people are sitting inside of the cars. Okay. What I'm talking about is they're so small that you're actually sitting on top.
Yeah, I've seen those too.
Right. And you've got a leg on each side. I mean, you don't sit inside. You're actually sitting on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I can find it. That's all the full-size trains. Oh, I know how I could find it.
Yeah, this is the other engine for the train. They would switch them periodically. What you want, Leela? Is that so?
Okay, that's it. It's a Forest Park. All right, well, they've got that one. Okay, that one's a bigger one. Yeah, they're not cheap. I mean, it's like $10 to ride it. But hell, if you want to get something to drink, it's $4. Nachos are going to be $5.
Wow.
A hot dog with chili and cheese is $7. Cotton candy's $8. Damn, $4 for a damn pickle? Yeah, no.
I'd rather get the full jar for $4.
Yeah. But hang on, let me show you what this one looks. This is different than. See, I mean, that's the size of that one, but that's different than the one that I'm trying to find. That's a different.
Yeah, that size up the one at the county zoo here.
Robert, $4. Yeah, $4 for. I guess it doesn't matter if it's soda or coffee. Yeah, $4. Like I said, I don't.
Ooh.
That's not the one I was looking for.
What do you want?
Oh, now this is the one that I want to go on. Yeah. So let me. Here's a picture of the one I want to go on. See, now that's the tarantula, and that's the actual name of it. And just getting a chance to go on that for a ride, yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, 1896 in out of New Jersey. Yeah, I'm almost wound up with Walt Disney. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been on many trolley rides.
Yeah.
At the next county over, they have an actual train museum.
Well, that one it's saying it's not the tarantula, it's known as Puffy. But I do know there is one that's known as the tarantula.
Well, you gonna get your mouse from out under the rug and you bat it there.
I know they've got one. Yeah, yes, Bill, it's in Grapevine, Texas. I believe that's where they're actually located at. I'm not too sure. They're showing all the different ones. You got the Grapevine Vintage Railway. Oh boy, hang on, guys. I'm getting hollered at. I'll have to do more research on it. Hang on, I'm getting hollered at.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And how was your day, Bill and Robert?
Huh? Grapevine, it's kind of big. Um, I mean, it's one of the small cities and everything around the Dallas Fort Worth area. I mean, it's maybe about half the size of Dallas, and same way about with Fort Worth. But I mean, that's one thing about with I always say the DFW area, which is Dallas Fort Worth. Um, you got Dallas Fort Worth, but then you've got all those other surrounding cities and everything around that make it so much bigger. Because I mean, you've got Arlington, Grand Prairie, um, you got Grapevine, Hercules, Bedford, Plano, Richardson, Watauga, Mesquite, uh, and everything.
Oh, come on.
So I mean, you've got Richland Hills, North Richland Hills. You've got all that to make up the Dallas Fort Worth area.
It's okay, Layla. Layla, it's okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
Everybody was taking the dog out, and she got a foot from the door.
Yeah, and that's where she let it all run.
Yeah. And you should have seen her this morning when I took her, or yesterday when I took her out front. She got her front paws were still on the top of the porch. The rest of it was going downhill. So you had a wet porch.
Yeah, but Grapevine. I mean, I wouldn't say Grapevine's big. I wouldn't say it's small. Um, I don't know what the population is like in Grapevine. Um, but I mean, I'd say decent size. I know I wouldn't mind, going back up there, um, or just to go to the mall itself. It's up there. Go see what's changed. Um, and maybe if I have enough money, go over there to that restaurant, Rainforest Cafe, and maybe get a couple appetizers. And that ain't about all I'll be able to afford right now, as expensive as it is. And that way I can also see, like I said, I wouldn't mind going up there to see what is still left of everything. Because, I mean, there was that Jekyll and Hyde. That was that little haunted restaurant that was up there. That one was fun. I wish it could have stayed around. I don't even know if Dick Clark's American Bandstand restaurant's still in there.
Probably not.
No. There was I think it was called the Wilderness Cafe or restaurant, something like that. Wound up going there and really didn't enjoy that one. Their layout and everything. It seemed like it would be fun, but it wasn't. I really was not thrilled with it. Jekyll and Hyde, yeah. Rainforest Cafe, yeah. I'm gonna like Rainforest Cafe. I know for a fact Crystal would like that. I guarantee it. Get down to Galveston, yeah, that's definitely one restaurant I have to go to for eating that. Now, one thing I was going to say is I saw on Facebook there's a new restaurant open up in Galveston, and supposedly it's right next door to the most haunted Walmart.
A haunted Walmart.
A haunted Walmart is what they said.
Well, it's getting close to Halloween, so might as well.
Hi, Arch.
Hey, Arch.
Hey, sugar, honey, it's the Archies. Right now, Arch, I've got my the boxing mitt off, and as you can tell, there's the new scars and everything from latest surgery. Let's just say that the doctor that did this surgery, she's not a happy camper, especially when she saw the x-rays from March 16th onward. Because basically the other orthopedic doctor did not do what he was supposed to have done. Hey, why am I getting flashing on my...
That's your lighting.
No, my lighting must be in the camera.
Something, honey.
Yeah, I'm seeing the flashing because, I mean, I don't have any lights flashing, but I see it on the monitor. But let's just say that, Arch, I'm in contact with an attorney right now to go after the other orthopedic doctor.
Yeah.
He ain't going to like it.
No, and we need to stop because you do advertise your channel.
Yeah.
We need to quit advertising that you're talking.
Yeah. Now, this will be the only time I do discuss it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But and I've got to get a hold of the therapist to go to them. I'm not going to the same one I was going to. I'm going to a different one.
Yeah.
And seeing how they want to approach it.
No, there's no storm outside, Bill, at all.
Wow, that's a big...
I'm literally sitting like 2.5 foot from a window. There's nothing out there.
Yeah. Now, he's probably talking about my lighting, but I'm going, nothing's changed. Of course, now you don't see it flickering right now. But I am noticing that I've got the lines going up. But then, of course, I'm not on my regular computer. I actually have to use my laptop.
Yeah, see, I don't see lines.
I can.
Well, We discussed that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wishes, Bill. He wishes.
Yeah, we're done with our rain for right now. That's what Arnie was saying, that he's getting rain right now.
Yeah, it's been raining all day. And it's 60 degrees out.
Oh, it's
90, 99 by mine.
I don't know. My phone's over there still charging, so I haven't looked. I know earlier my phone was showing 104.
Yeah, it says 99, and there's a heat index, heat advisory.
Oh, Arch, my phone was showing 100 degrees at like 10:30 this morning. That's why I've got these tarps, to kind of keep this one area cooler than normal. It's working. I can go on the other side of this tarp and like, okay, I can feel the heat. You can definitely tell the difference between this side and over there and going outside.
All right, I need to get a couple of rounds, and then I'll quit tweaking and clicking.
Yeah.
It's just that way I don't. It stays on there.
Well, up like this, if I can start being able to get the material, that I need to get a storage shed built. The city says I can build a 10 by 12. So plan on that is get a little 10 by 12 shed built to be able to store the outdoor power equipment.
From storables.com. Storing tools and
What?
Oh, yanked her chain.
Alexa, stop.
Rust and storing
Every time nobody can say her name, and she'll start yapping. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I didn't even do anything.
But I want to be able to get, like I said, get that storage shed built. That way, put all the outdoor equipment and everything in. But that's where I'd like to be able to get the computer and everything put, but have it insulated. Not only to be able to run one of the diesel heaters, but also be able to have a AC unit put in, and try and have that, off grid. Bill, you tell me, and we'll both know. I think he's over there trying to be like that ventriloquist.
Bill, things are always happening here. Like I get up in the morning and few things fell on the floor. They didn't even touch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, see, mini split. That's something I was thinking of. Now they actually make one for big rigs.
Mm-hmm.
I found on Scamazon.
Yeah, they make 12 volt and 24 volt now.
Let's see something. Well, I don't know. Well, no, I actually have to go for 12.
Yeah, in fact, another channel that I watch, he's got like one of these truck campers, and he took out his 120 volt AC because it's so loud, and he put in a 24 volt one, which runs a lot quieter.
Oh, I know they've got them. Oh, here we go. No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. There we go. That right there is something I'd see about getting. It's a mini split for 12 volt.
Yeah.
And something like that would be perfect for like that 10 by 12 storage shed. So, I've got the computer and everything out there and running off of solar. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That way, that shed and everything would be, 100% totally off grid. And it wouldn't be all that hard. I mean, I've still got stuff I could do that with. Some of the stuff like that inverter and the charge controller, hey, I could put that out there in the other garage. Hey, just a couple of batteries, that'd be good.
It's one thing. It's one thing you gotta take into consideration is how much wattage it's gonna use.
Right. I mean, it's 12 volt.
Because, for example, this other channel, even though you put in 24 volt AC, but it uses like over 1,300 watts.
Right. I mean, now they've got one that's 24 volt, which means it's going to run longer. Like on this one, it says if the car battery capacity is large enough, the air conditioner can be used for more than 8 hours. So it's it says cooling capacity 2,800 watts. But like I said, simple fact is that going to and that's on the 24 volt, which is that's only like $20 more.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd actually be better just to go on and run the 24 volt than the other, because I mean actually no, because that means I would have to get a different inverter in order to run it or to run everything. Because the inverter I do have right now, it's only 12 volt. I mean, I could always get a 24 volt, inverter. Hell, I could probably go get another one of those like what I've got out there now. That way I wouldn't have to worry about an inverter and a charge controller. It's all built into one.
Yeah.
And it'd give me plenty of power. And those are not that expensive.
Nope.
All right, it's already after 8 o'clock.
Hey.
Well, Mom and Crystal's had dinner. I haven't.
Yeah, and the crock pot's been off since when I got it to go.
Right. So, Arnie, you got any final words?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night and stay safe wherever you are.
Have fun, stay safe, stay blessed.
Yep. All right, and probably Monday. I'm thinking Monday being next month and everything. Probably going to see about doing the drawing. That's one thing Chris and I have been talking about. So tomorrow night, tomorrow night's going to be the last chance to get entered for it. So Monday during the live stream, we'll be doing the drawing for the 1K giveaway. You know, for the 1K sub giveaway. So tune in for that. It's going to be an interesting night for sure. And everything.
Yeah, put it mildly.
So,
All right, I'm gonna drop. Y'all have fun.
all right. So I appreciate everybody coming here on the chat. Everybody here on the panel with me. And so everybody, y'all stay safe. God bless. And see y'all next week. So good night.